Here we go, we are live. I think, yes, here we go. Welcome, glad you're here today. I'm gonna get some light on the subject because I like to look out the window when I do my tree, at the tree out here. Purely selfish reasons. You can look at these trees.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and nice someone else gave you trees.
Yeah, well, actually, we went ahead and got some. So let's just stand hip distance apart, shoulders up, around, down, back, reach the crown of your head, and we'll start today in mountain. We'll be standing tall, being a nice snow-covered mountain here in Wisconsin, right? And then just take 3 to 5 nice full breaths, just breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Eyes were closed, open them, and if they're open, great. Let's take a soft gaze ahead of us and explore your circular sway, sort of the outer edges, the backs of your heels, inner, just the outer edges of your feet. We're just gonna play with exploring those. And go the other way. Coming back to center. Tuck your chin a little bit as we inhale, sweep our arms up to the sky, and exhale them down. I call this an atmospheric swim. As we go for our atmospheric swim, inhale up, exhale down. And really imagine creating space and being big. Extending out through your fingertips as you inhale and reach out over your head. And exhale with a little resistance, feeling the atmosphere as you come down. We'll do 2 more with your breath. And then let's do the backstroke just with your shoulders. The shoulder backstroke. And go forward to go the other way. Then taking your feet maybe a little wider, we're simply going to just sway some thawing side to side since we've been cold and maybe rigid this weekend, bracing against that white snow we've had. It was a lot.
That was one of the prettiest snows.
It was beautiful. It really was beautiful. It was. And even more beautiful when you know it's going to melt pretty quick.
Soon.
I'm assuming it will, anyway.
Don't assume anything.
What?
I said, don't assume anything.
Don't assume anything, correct. Don't assume anything.
I just heard that on something again. I said, I haven't heard it in a long time.
So we're going to take our right foot forward, left foot back, not real wide, but with legs straight, legs straight. And we are going to inhale, do the shine your heart, bend the knee, exhale, straighten the leg, tuck your chin, give yourself a hug. Inhale, sink and open. Exhale, hug. Inhale, shining the heart. Scapular squeeze, and exhale, tucking the chin, straightening the leg, feeling a little stretch in your neck. Inhale, sink and open. Exhale, embrace. Inhale, open. Exhale, embrace. This time we'll sink and open and stay. So here we are, and we're going to inhale our arms up. And exhale, elbows back sort of towards your shoulders. Inhale, reaching your hands up, palms facing each other. And exhaling, palms forward, scap squeezing in the back perhaps. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, opening the chest. Inhale, tall. Exhale, open. Inhale, tall. Exhale, open. And then straighten the leg. Arms down, find your way, both feet together, maybe shake your back leg out a little bit. As we reverse, and take your right foot back and your left foot forward, straight. And think about your head over your heart over your pelvis, shoulders up, around, down, and back, reaching through the crown of our head, energy down the back leg. Feel weight on your foot, everywhere. As we prepare to inhale, shine your heart, goalpost arms, bend. Exhale, tuck your chin, give yourself a hug. Inhale, bend and open. Exhale, straightening the leg, tucking the chin, embracing. Inhale, shine the heart, melt the snow. Exhale, tuck the chin, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, embrace. This next one we stay. So we open. Our knee is bent over our ankle. We can kind of glance down and look and see your toe a little bit. Toes. And then we're going to slide our hands up with an inhale and exhale, elbows back and down. Inhale, glide up. Exhale, glide down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one up. Bring it down. And we'll stand, find your way forward. Whoa. And let's sweep our arms up. Take your hands together, exhale, knees bent, and belly towards your thighs as you come all the way down to a forward fold. Hang your head, so here we are in forward fold, hip distance apart. You can take your hands to your elbows or your fingertips to the ground. And we're gonna find a nice relaxing release here. Maybe sway, find a nice sway. Inhale, your left elbow reaches to the right side of your mat, exhaling back to center. And perhaps your right elbow goes to the left in your sway. And just play with your breathing, linking your breathing to your sway. Then fingers to the mat. Let's come down to a squat if you can, either up on your toes or down on your feet, whatever works for you. And roll it back to your seat. And we'll have our knees bent, feet hip distance apart, hands underneath your knees. We're going to inhale, sort of pull up on your knees just a little bit to get your lengthening action of the tail of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head with an inhale. And then as you exhale, straighten your arms, tuck your chin, roll. Again, it's the lengthening with an inhale and cozy curling with the exhale, whatever that means to you. Bringing it back up to your tallness, take the soles of your feet together as we find our way into butterfly pose, cobbler's pose. So soles of your feet together. Take your thumbs and give your feet some loving, a little massage. Those southern extremities. that we kind of forget about or ignore. Each of your toes, give a little wiggle and hello to each of your toes. Maybe take a finger and really go in between each toe and wake it up. Say hello, good morning, good evening. Taking your hands, maybe thumbs pressing, play a little with pressing the inner soles of your feet, arches, a little squeeze. And then let's bring our knees together. Walk them long. We're gonna mix it up today and slide your heel back, cross it over. Opposite arm, opposite leg, giving yourself a squeeze, finding a long leg, straight leg, gently activated, foot flexed, and find your way into your twist. Again, with each inhale, lengthening. With each exhale, sort of softening into an imaginary twist position. It's real. We're here, it's real. But with each exhale, your tummy going towards your spine. With each inhale, filling your torso with breath. Filling and emptying. And notice what you're feeling as you're filling and emptying. And back to center, giving your leg a squeeze. Send it long, go get the other one, cross it over, opposite arm, opposite leg, nice tall squeeze, add gentle engagement of the long leg, and as you're ready, taking your left arm back and finding your way with each exhale, belly towards spine, with each inhale, expansive breath opening, with each exhale, empty. Finding your way into your twist. And bringing it back to center. Let's take your hands behind your knees again. Look behind you all the way around to make sure we don't smack in anything. We're gonna just gradually roll it back and roll it up and play with our roly-poly. Let's find our way onto our all fours. Tabletop. Tabletop. Knees hip distance apart. Wrists under your shoulders. Elbows shining forward. Pointer fingers pointing straight ahead. And maybe just sway and look to the right and sway and look to the left and checking in on your shins that they're kind of parallel. And just enjoying a nice back and forth sway. And then find your way back to center. We're going to inhale, drop our belly, raise our gaze, cow. And exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tail, find your way to cat. We'll breathe into and out of this. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. 2 more of these with your breath. Pushing away down through your palms. Inhaling, dropping your belly. Exhaling to cat. This next time we come to cat, we're going to stay in cat. We're going to just breathe here for maybe 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
your next inhale, find your way to cow. And again, we'll stay in cow as well. And we'll be in cow, inhaling and exhaling. Elbow creases shining forward. And on your next exhale, tuck your toes under, sit back on your heels, and feel a nice stretch on the bottom fascia of your feet, soles of your feet. Give your thighs a little massage, a little morning wake up. Maybe tap them all over, tap them and slap them. We'll come back into our tabletop. And let's take our right foot back and just rock back and forth on the sole of your foot, finding a nice stretch. You know, feeling your calf wake up. Maybe do circles or back and forth, whatever feels good to you. If you are doing circles, go one way and then the other. Bring it back in, send the other leg out. Nice morning stretch. And bring it back to tabletop. This time we are going to take right foot back and parallel to the ground, left arm parallel to the ground. We're going to inhale length and exhale the knee to elbow. Cozy curl. Nice, you're getting it. Inhaling, linking the breath to the movement. More. Bring it back down. Let's do our peanut butter jar, where you're just taking your torso, exploring a yummily sticky cylinder of your choice, and taking your torsal spatula to explore it. And go the other way. Coming back to tabletop, taking your left leg long, right arm long. We're going to inhale length, exhale knee to elbow. Linking your inhale with your extension, your exhale with your cozy curl. Looking straight down. One more. And take it back. Take your knee to tabletop. Knees wide, toes touching. Sit your heels back on your, that would be your butt back on your heels. Walk your fingertips forward, forehead to the mat, child's pose or extended child's pose. Let's take a few breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. And roll it back up to all fours. We're going to take our right arm out to the side and then thread the needle palm up and lay down on the side of our arm. Head looking right,
Yes, and then thread your, right, exactly so.
Head down.
Yep, side of your head down, butt in the air. Yep. We're 3 to 5 breaths here. If you like, you can take your left hand up to the sky. And exhale it back down to the ground. Come back up gently and slowly to all fours. Re-greet the ground. Shine your elbow creases forward as we take our left arm to the side and thread the needle palm up. And you can take your, so the left side of your head is down, your butt's in the air. You can either keep your arm at like a goalpost arm, hand on the floor, or you can take your right arm up to the sky. Coming back to all fours. Let's take our forearms to the mat. Our elbows are under our shoulders. And we're gonna tuck our toes under and raise our hips to the sky for dolphin. So pushing, your weight is evenly distributed along your forearms that are parallel to each other. Palms greeting the ground, fingertips pressing. So you come up on your toes, exhale, lower your heels to wherever they go. Inhale up on your toes, exhale, lower your heels, and just play with that flow. And then the next time you exhale down, just pause. 2 breaths. And on your exhale, bend your knees, pull your knees together, your feet together, sit your butt back on your heels, and take your forehead to the ground. We'll do a child's pose. Hands forward. Just adjust them so that it's comfortable for you, so your shoulders are comfortable. Come back to all fours. Tabletop, tuck your toes under, down dog. Take your little dog for a walk. Bend one knee, then the other. Rock your head, yes. Swing your head no, or side to side. And then as you're ready, ground down with the left heel. Take your right leg up to the sky and circle your foot one way and then the other. Bend your knee. Imagine stacking look under your right elbow, right armpit, and imagine stacking your hip over hip. Nice stretch. Your foot's bent. Your knees bent, your foot's kind of going left. Then extend it long and gradually step it forward. And here you can either take your back knee down or you can keep your back leg lifted. It's your choice. Left hand down, right arm up to the sky. A nice lunge twist.
your next exhale, frame your foot, take your other foot back to plank. You can either take your knees down for a half plank, or you can be lifted to a full plank as we inhale and exhale. Tummy towards spine, pushing down through your palms. And with your next exhale, taking your hips to the sky, down dog. 3 breaths here. Making any adjustments that feel right to you. Rounding down through your right foot and right heel. Take your left leg long to the sky. Circle your foot one way, then the other way. Then bend the knee, foot sort of heading to the right. Look under your left armpit. And just explore a nice reach here, a nice stretch. Hip opener. Inhale, lengthening the leg, and then gradually exhaling, finding its way forward into your lunge. And again, your right leg can either come down to the mat, or it can be long and straight. As we plant our right hand down, take your left arm up. Nice. Then play with the rotation of your upper arm. Rotate your hand, thumb forward and back, like don't move your arm, leave your arm straight, but and explore your shoulder joint. Then float it down, take it back to plank, and drop your knees down, hips down, find your way to sort of a cobra or chaturanga, or whatever, down on our bellies, feet round. Your hands are over your shoulders. We're gonna pull back on our hands as we inhale, raise your gaze, and exhale, lower down. Inhaling, pulling back on your hands, raising your gaze, exhale, lowering down. Inhale, pulling back, lifting to cobra, exhale, lowering. Take your feet a few inches wider. We'll do the same thing 3 times. We're going to inhale, pull back on your hands, raise your gaze and shoulders, cobra. Exhale, lower. Just lift to whatever's comfortable for you. Inhaling, our cobra, breathing it up and breathing it down. Last one. And then take your feet wider so they're wider than your hips, like the width of your mat. And again, we're going to prepare, take an inhale and exhale. An inhale, pulling back on your hands, raise your gaze, and lower. Elbows by your side as you pull back on your hands, raising your gaze, and lower. Pull back on your hands as you raise your gaze, and lower. Then we're going to roll onto our backs. Finding your way, knees bent. Arms by your side, palms down. Nice. And let's just take your fingertips over up to the sky, interlace your fingers. You're looking at your palms. And we're going to breathe into and out of bridge.
So your feet are comfortably parallel, greeting the ground. We're going to, let's do a couple of pelvic tilts first, where we just inhale, curl your tailbone. It's not gonna come up, it's just gonna curl. Exhale, heavy tailbone. Curl. Actually, I like to exhale and curl, but that's okay. Just breathe for now, exploring your pelvic tilt. And then on your next exhale, let's curl our tailbone up and come up to bridge. I think we would reach for the sky. There it is, exhale down. So I'm back to the breathing now, I found it. I lost it for a minute. We're gonna inhale, push through your feet, hips to the sky, rolling up to bridge, then the backs of your hands reach for the sky. And as you exhale and lower vertebra by vertebra through protracted shoulders, when you come to the bottom, your shoulders re-greet the ground. Inhale, roll up to bridge, reach for the sky with your hands, backs of your hands, and exhale, lower vertebra by vertebra, shoulders back down to the ground. Inhale, curl and peel yourself up, reach for the sky, exhale, lower vertebra by vertebra, shoulders down. Inhale, peel yourself up to the sky, press through the feet, hips to the sky, reach for the sky with the hands, and then lower vertebra by vertebra. And last one is we curl and roll ourselves up, reach for the sky, and then roll back down, greeting the ground, releasing your hands, out to a T, palms up. Take your knees together and your feet off the floor. We're gonna breathe into and out of a side twist. So we're gonna inhale, exhale, knees to the right, look left, inhale, center, exhale, knees to the left, look right, inhale, center, and keep that going. You're always inhaling center and exhaling the knees one way, the head the other way. Next time you come to the center, take your hands to your knees. And we're going to Apanasana, where we inhale, straight arms, and then exhale, take the thighs towards the belly. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze. Two more. Let's take our feet back to the floor, hip distance apart, arms down, long by your side. This time we're going to inhale up into bridge and stay for about 5 breaths. So as you're ready, getting your feet set, we're going to inhale, press through the feet, curl yourself up, hips to the sky, bridge. And then if you like, clasp your hands together. You can roll your shoulders, adjust, find your bridge as we press through our feet. Hips to the sky, arms long, raising your hips to your chin maybe, your chin to the ceiling, creating a little space there. Nice full breathing. And with your next exhale, release your hands and gently come back down the ground and give yourself a hug. Let's roll onto our sides and come back to our all fours. As we find our way into pigeon.
So we're gonna take your right leg all the way up to the top of your mat. And this leg can stay here, or you can like take it out to wherever it's.
What are you doing, right first?
Yeah, I'm doing my right leg first. You got it. Yeah, nice. And then let's just play with being upright for a moment, where we maybe glance back. Is your foot long behind you, or is it angled one way or the other? You pretty much want to come in straight back behind you. And with each inhale, again, creating that length from the base of your spine all the way out to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, maybe you bend your elbows, maybe you walk them forward and take your belly, sort of gradually bring it down on your leg, and find your way into your pigeon that feels good. You can stay wherever it feels right. You can always, with an exhale, explore a little further and listen to your body. You can have, this is where it's good to have a block, or you can take your fists and take your hands, your forehead to your fists, or to the backs of your hands, or to a book or a block. As we breathe our body, breathing softness and ease into our body, breathing ease with each inhale, and kindness with each exhale. With your next inhale, you can gradually find your way back up. And then maybe bend the back knee and swing it around. And I'm gonna find your way into your other side. I'm gonna close the door quick. The fountain is loud. And so now we're gonna be taking our left leg to the top of your mat and your right leg back behind you. Glance back either side. Feel what you feel. Notice as we're standing with straight arms, just notice what you feel. Press your back, or the back of your foot in the long leg. Sort of press it gently into the mat. Maybe you feel an opening in this hip flexor area. And then as you're ready, with each exhale, you can walk your fingertips forward, take your time, and find your way into your pigeon at your pace with your breath. Choosing to stop anywhere along the way that feels right to you. It's a little different every day. Some days are stiffer than others. When you find your place, just breathe kindness and ease. Breathing our bodies. Rising with the inhale. Gently falling and easing with the exhale. And as you're ready with your next inhale, you can gradually find your way back up. Take your back knee, bend it, coming forward again, finding your cross-legged place. If you're hearing crackling, that's the ceiling. The heat came on, and it's the ceiling expands and contracts as the heat comes on. Yeah. Like, what is that?
I see that hole in the door, remember when I went,
Are you getting a draft under the door?
No, but the lady next to me who was there, she said you could feel it.
Can you feel it?
I don't know,
I think because there's snow.
I just felt it, but, it's, yeah, it's still
Mhm.
there. All it needs is a little.
We need one of those, one of those sausages.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting, remind me and I'll put a rolled up mat there. So let's inhale length and exhale straightening the elbows, rolling it back, tucking the chin. Inhale lengthening, exhale curling. Do that a couple more times. Okay, and then let's take our right leg and do that side twist, this side, this thing. So your right foot's forward like it was cross-legged and your left one's back. And we're going to, the leg that's bent, so your right arm is gonna be on the ground next to it. And we're gonna inhale up like this and exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale up. And then let's just hold it for 3 breaths. Maybe looking up at your inner elbow.
where am I getting my lift on my,
You're
On my
coming up on
knee?
your back knee, yeah.
on my knees?
So, yeah. So press down on your knee and lift your hip up. There you go.
God, that's one I don't think I can do.
That's okay. And then bring it back down. And we'll take your legs and go like this. And let's do that a couple times. So say you're in this place, and you go to the right, and go to the left. And maybe take your feet wider, take your feet to the outside edges of your mat. And then you have more space and your knees aren't banging into them. There. That's a nice hip stretch.
Yeah.
Huh? It's got a little movement, a little rotation here going. Oh. And now I forgot which leg was, we went up and around, so now,
Right was, left one's gotta go next.
so are we gonna have the right one on front and the left back?
Or on mine, I'm going this way.
Okay. Yeah, and then we're gonna inhale, take your butt to the sky, come up, push on your back leg.
Okay, now there, we can do it. on that
Yeah,
one.
there you go. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Got it. Inhale up. This next time, we'll inhale up and we'll stay for 3 breaths. Or as long as feels right to you. On your next exhale, bring it back down. Okay. Let us see if we can do the one where you tuck, is it camel? I'll think of it in a minute, if we're doing this thing. And so the bottom leg is bent, heel kind of by your hip, and then you play with bending, you got that one. And sitting tall. Maybe taking your thumbs to your feet and giving a little massage to the arches of your feet or wherever it feels like a good place to go. As we inhale length and exhale sort of a nice, easy sustenance of that length, so we're easing into our length. Each inhale reminds us about the potential to create space and opening. And each exhale is a nice little relaxation. And take your roll back, and we're gonna switch sides. Switch legs. Again, massaging your feet. Now there's a train, I hear a train.
Mhm.
Do you hear the train?
Oh, yeah. It's good.
And then rock back. Extend your legs long out in front of you. And we're gonna take your hands to the side, Dandasana, staff pose, where we're sitting tall, pressing down through your hands to create that tallness, and then gradually take your arms to your thighs. We're gonna inhale length, and then exhale, and you can bend your knees to whatever softness needs to be there. As we just gradually ease ourselves slowly but surely into our forward fold, whatever that means to you. And we're gonna go in slowly, and we'll stay for a little while. Again, remembering to bend your knees, belly towards thighs. Just gradually, with our breath, finding our forward fold. And as you're there, breathe. With your next inhale, roll yourself back up. And we're gonna find our way back again. This time we'll do it lying down, but we'll take our fingers, legs long in front of you, fingers interlaced, fingers pointed. We're gonna inhale length, and exhale, just sort of tilt your tail and gradually, see how slowly you can find your way back down into your lying down place, vertebra by vertebra, pointing to the sky, and then taking your arms out to a T, pa-pa. So your arms are at a T. Take your feet out to the outer edges of your mat. And let's just wiggle. Like take your heels, just wiggle your butt back and forth so your legs are rocking. Push with the backs of your hands. Just see if you can get everything moving in your moment here. Head side to side, gently, everything just going back and forth. And then find your way to stillness and comfort as we inhale and exhale. Feeling your temples sliding to the mat, smoothing your brow. Your tongue relaxing to the lower palate. Your earlobes relaxing. Shoulders greeting the ground. Backs of your hands heavy on the ground. Back of your pelvis grounded, supported by the earth below. Backs of your legs, just noticing what's touching. Relaxing. Heels heavy, relaxed. Feet relaxing, toes relaxing.
yourself to be in the moment. If your mind wanders, just notice, oh, wandering. Bring it back to your breath. Notice a rising with every inhale and a gentle falling with every exhale. Relaxing. Allowing yourself to be present, to be here now. With your next inhale, flex your feet really strong and then release them. And with your next inhale, slide your kneecaps just gently upwards as you engage your thighs gently, and then let that go. With your next inhale and exhale, just really clench your grip and squeeze and give yourself a nice gluteal squeeze, glutes active, and then melt them into the ground. Take your fists pinky side down, press those pinky side down fists into the ground, and then open your palms to the heavens as you relax your arms and just release whatever needs to be released. Shoulder blades, press them into the earth. Lift the sternum, pressing the shoulder blades down, rise as you go down, and then re-greet the ground. Take your head from one side and the other. A couple times, explore the bumps on the backs of your head. Coming back to neutral. With your nose, draw a little circle on the ceiling. And then go the other way. And then do a figure eight. And then do a sideways figure eight, an infinity sign. And then gradually slide one heel and then the other up to your sit bones, roll onto a side. Pause here. Take a couple of breaths. As you're ready, let's find our way into our easy seated pose, whatever that means to you. It could be cross-legged, it could be kneeling, it could be sitting on your chair, it could be sitting on a pillow to raise your hips up to make this more comfortable. Taking your hands to your knees and keeping your eyes gently closed. Together, let's inhale, length from the base of our spine all the way out through the crown of our head, and exhale, ease. Inhaling space in our being. Exhaling calm. Taking our hands together at our hearts. Let's rub them up and down, warm them up a little bit. Get a little friction to warm things up. And then taking our thumbs to our third eye, to our forehead. Let's take the opportunity to set the intention to cultivate kind thoughts, both towards ourselves and towards others throughout the course of our week.
And then let's take our thumbs to our mouths as we take that intention towards our words and set the intention to cultivate kind words, both towards ourselves and our loved ones and the world around us this week. And then taking our thumbs to our hearts, cultivating kind feelings, both towards ourselves and our loved ones and those around us for the week before us, the day before us, the hour before us, the minute before us. As together we bow our heads, inhale and exhale. Thank you. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to be here now together. We did it.
When did, or the rest of the people come in?
I'll find out. I think there was a misunderstanding.
There was
this-
that
this will be
couple, they were on
continuing.
vacation, it sounded like.
Yes, and we're gonna be continuing this through the month of April.
Yeah.
So this will be continuing through April. I'm just gonna, thanks.
Wonderful.